Hey guys, what's up? This is your week 9 recap. As you can see, I grew a beard over winter break. Yay! Um, for real though, hope everyone had a great Christmas. Um, Heading into the new year, hopefully some of you guys can change y'all's luck going into the new year, including myself. Um, but let's get into that recap though. We had a great matchup of the week coming into this week, but it didn't turn out as well as we all would have hoped it would have been. Brett took down Heath 7-4-1. It was a good matchup. Brett's team did really well. Heath's team did really well compared to a lot of everyone else's teams. Um, just not enough firepower. Not yet, anyways. I think he has potential. Good playoff run destined for Heath. Um, Still think Brett has the team to beat. Um, but we'll see when it comes to playoffs. Still a lot of trades to happen in real basketball, and injuries as we saw this week. My favorite player, Bledsoe, went down. Should have traded him, Derek. You're going to regret that. Um, let's get down with the rest of these people. Sean beat Brandon 8-3-1. Sean did really well this week. Uh, don't know if he just might have had the primetime players playing on Christmas and just had more people playing, or his players just really played really well. Could have been a really good mixture of both, but he took care of Brandon though. Victor beat Rusty 8-2-2. No surprise there, but I will spoil power rankings. Both were really bad teams this past week. I think Victor will rebound for sure. Last time he did really bad. In a week he came back, rebounded hard. So I expect the same this week. Cody beat John 10-1-1. Big week for Cody. He's getting some double-digit wins, a lot of them, moving him, I think, 2 games out from Derek for first. I do think Cody will take the first seed after this week. Callie beat Josh in a very close game, 6-5-1. Good fight from Josh for sure. Um, I don't know what to say about Callie. She does need to trade, get some guards, some assists. I don't know, some points. I don't know. Derek and myself tied 5-5-2. Uh, Derek was winning 7-4-1 going into Sunday. I somehow tied, so that's great for me. Um, Me and Derek didn't really have good weeks either. No surprise though, like I said, the team's not that well. I have some injuries. He's got some injuries. I think Derek's starting to fall off. Um, Going into week 10, matchup of the week. I'm gonna put it as Callie and Heath. I don't know. Maybe Callie. This is a revenge game for Callie to me. Last year, Callie hadn't lost a matchup until near the very end of the year, and Heath beat her. So to me, Heath's got the hot team right now. Not last week obviously, but he's had a really hot team all year long. Maybe this is Callie's time. Nah, Heath 8-4-0. Um, he should have got a triple double last night. Westbrook couldn't notch him a rebound in in about 4 or 5 minutes. If you guys saw, could have pulled another category on Brett. Would have helped him out, but still wouldn't have won. But I do think he gets one this week. The rest of the league, Cody's playing Brandon. Uh, no offense to Brandon, but Cody's got another cupcake game on his schedule here. He's going to womp on past him 9-2-1. Now, if Brandon does put up a fight, I'd love to see it. I hope he does. Um, Brett's playing John. Um, I wanted to project it higher, but I'm gonna go 8-3-1 Brett. It won't surprise me if he gets 11 categories on him, maybe 12. Um, but John ain't going to go easy on him. He'll try for sure. Rusty and Josh. I think it's going to be close. I think on Saturday, Josh is going to take command, and going into Sunday, he'll finish off Rusty 7-4-1. But I think it's going to be close throughout the week. Sean's playing Derek. As I mentioned, Derek has some injuries. Losing Bled's a huge blow to his team. I think Sean wins 7-4-1. He's starting to prove to myself that he's winning big and playing better. So I'll go Sean 7-4-1. Me and Victor match up. Like I said, I think Victor's going to rebound big. Um, I don't think I have a chance in this one. I told him over the weekend I don't think I have a chance before I even did power rankings or anything else. But I think he wins 8-3-1 pretty easily. I am expecting that big rebound week this week, and he's going to go off. Um, Moving on to standings. Next week I am going to start whenever I do the standings, and like let's say from 3 down. I'm going to say how many games back you are from taking over your division. So that'll start next week. But first is Derek, still holding on to it with a 65-33-10 record. That is the best record, and he is first in the East. Moving on down, Heath holds on to the top seed in the West. It's very close. Sean's a game and a half back now. Um, I'm sort of creeping in, but I still don't have a winning record. But I'm sort of like staying right there, drawn. But Heath has a 56-45-7 record, as I just mentioned. He's first in the West. Cody has a 64-36-8 record. As I mentioned, he's a game and a half back. It's the only person I know. Or no, Cody's I think 2 games back. Take that back. I think 2 games back. Him and Sean are the only people I do know that games back wise. Like I said, that'll start next week. Brett has a 61-38-9 record. He is fourth. Fifth is Victor with a 59-41-8. Brett and Cody are starting to pull away from Victor. I do think Derek's going to flunk out, but hopefully Victor can pull himself back into that race for the 1 seed. Sixth is Sean with a 54-46-8 record. Sean's been coming on strong lately. No surprise from how competitive he is, and I expect it to keep improving. Seventh is Callie, the last team with a winning record, 52-45-11. I do think she might finish with a losing record this year, and I could see Derek actually flunking out somehow and having a losing record. I don't know what their schedules look like for the end of the year, but I could see one of them two having a losing record after it's all said and done. Eighth, going down to the first losing record, is myself with a 48-51-9 record. John has a 41-59-8 record. He is in ninth. 10th is Josh with a 438-66-4 record. 11th is Rusty with a 33-64-11 record. And last place, still in last place, Brandon with a 26-73-9 record. He might actually take the worst record award home with him this year. I think Trey had 110, 120 losses in a year. The way Brandon's going, he might hit 140. I hope not. Don't want him his first year have the worst record in league history and not play next year. I mean, I firmly believe he's going to play next year, regardless how he does. Moving on the power rankings, we do have a new number one this week. It was a close one. Cody would have defeated Brett last week 6-5-1. So big, huge congratulations. Huge congratulations on someone finally dethroning Brett at the number one spot. So that's great for Cody. Let's give it up for Cody. Woo! Yeah! Good job, Cody. Number two was Brett. He even with him going down to number two in power this week, I still think he's got the best team. Cody does have a really good team, though. I mean, don't count him out at all. I just don't think it's a 1 week wonder. He's been up here all year long. Maybe he had like a bad week or two, but he's been very consistent. Third was Heath. Heath got very unlucky. The 2 to 3 drop was pretty huge, as you saw. You know, Brett won 7-4-1. So the 2 to 3 drop, we had two dominant teams this week, and then it was just sort of a fall off. Fourth was Sean. Like I said, he had a really good week, hanging tough from his start that he really didn't want, but he's pulled it back around, doing really well. Fifth was Derek. And it's no me tied with Derek either. Derek could have beat some people worse than I could have. So that's why he's fifth. Sixth is me. Like I said, me and Derek didn't. I mean, fifth and sixth, yeah, that's good. But I mean, compared to what I think other teams are going to do that were below us this week, I don't think it was that good. Seventh was Callie. She's fallen down, but every time I say she's falling down, she's going to come right back up. So we'll see what she does this week. Eighth was Josh. Yeah, eighth was Josh. Played Callie, so he got unlucky. Like I said, he barely lost. He did come back on Sunday, make it a close game. Ninth is Victor. Like I said, he fell pretty hard in the power. But I think he's going to be in the top 3 after this week in power. 10th was Brandon. He does have the worst team, but hey, he's not last in the power. So that's a good job for Brandon. 11th was John. Apparently I've cursed his team like I've mentioned last week, so I guess the curse is still living. And last place was Rusty. I gotta get rid of this beer. Whew. All right. Last place was Rusty. He does get some of his big guys back this week. I think Al Jefferson's back for him, and Jonas Valanciunas, however you say his name, is back. Um, so we'll see what his team does. I still don't think he has a top 5 team, even with a healthy team. I do think he needs to make a trade. And I actually do think Rusty will make a trade. I'm going to be confident about it. I think he's starting to realize that his players aren't going to do what he's wanting them to do. Um, we didn't have many votes on poll this week, so that sucks. I thought it was a good poll. Josh even made a poll. Not many people. I think 4 people voted on it. I thought it was a funny poll. Wish more people would have voted on it. Um, Nothing much else going on. I hope everyone has a great week 10. Yeah, week 10. Um, I think now is the midway point because we have a 2-week matchup coming up eventually for the All-Star break. So this is the halfway point until playoffs start. As I've mentioned, 4 teams get a bye. The rest will be playing for their lives when the playoffs start. 180 bucks up for grab, and the trophy that I did get to see today looks pretty good. Wish it was mine. But let's all go have a good week 10. Make some matchups. Make some pickups. Make some good trades. Go Phoenix Suns. I'll see you guys.